right, man. I'm looking forward to some warm summertime there in Australia. That's for sure.
I was about to say, mate, is that the whole trick when you saw the slot open on the Alien Ant Farm too? You're like, oh, Australian summer, let's get down there.
Any chance I can get to play on the opposite side of the planet during summertime is great, man. I grew up in New Orleans, live in the South, Texas, and it's like I'm used to the heat. I don't mind being hot and sweaty. I can't. I'm not about the cold, man.
So you're the exact opposite of Ryan. I talked to Ryan about 2 months ago. He's like, man, I'm allergic to the sun. He actually said he's allergic to the sun. So
yeah,
bit of fun
he
there.
is. That's the thing about the band dynamics. We all have our different views and come from different places. That's what makes it such, a wide variety of music that we come up with.
Yeah,
that's so full of shit. But that sounds like a good excuse.
Yeah, no, it's a good little charm. I thought that was interesting. I'm like, well, you're here in February. You're not going to avoid that sun, man.
He loves sunshine and rainbows now. Who's he trying to fool?
Yeah, I know, right? We're all as you're getting older, it's less about pretending to be tough and being hard. We all like the sun. We all like to relax. We go down, have some barbecue. That's the way you got to live, man.
Right on, man. I'm looking so forward to playing there. I can't lie. Like for real, like beyond excited. We played there with Big Day Out tour to like 2002 maybe.
Yeah.
And we were there, I think in 2016 with Moreno. But to come back again, and to bring some rock and roll show to Australia.
I was going to say, I cannot wait. This seems like, especially during that period, the early 2000s, like the metal music, Drowning Pool especially, it was a big thing. And I feel like it's almost cycled back to that where metal is more into the mainstream. Again, I wouldn't say it's mainstream, but, TikTok are picking it up, Instagram's picking it up. Like metal's kind of had a bit of a resurgence. It's not like the weird alternative anymore. It's kind of like, yeah, people just kind of listen to metal these days again. How's that kind of been coming full circle back to that?
It's a wild process and just a whole, thing just for me absorbing it mentally because, I'm here playing music all the time. Like for us, we've been hit with some hard things between management label. Obviously, there's been some singer switches, We have Ryan McCombs back in the band. It's been awesome. So for us, we're continually like plugging away and trying to get it going and playing. So it's just, and that's what it is. Metal's always been like kind of underground anyway, right? Rock and roll. I mean, that's how I kind of discovered it. But it's awesome that it's kind of a little bit more mainstream or just recognized again or just enjoyed by people. We're entertainers, man. We're having fun with it, and I'm glad that people, especially younger generation, it's just wild to me. We're coming up on 25 years since we put out "Let the Bodies at the Floor," and people come up to me like they just heard it for the first time and they're like, "Oh, I love this song. It's a fun song. I'm glad you enjoy it too. I can't believe 25 years later we're still rocking out to this thing." So it's cool, man, to sum up and get to the point.
Yeah, no.
It's wild to see it resurgence because the shows have always been great for us, man. And to experience that, especially going to Australia again, experience that with everybody's and with our buddies in Alien Ant Farm. Those dudes bring a lot of energy to the stage as well. So it's gonna be a great show, man.
Yeah, no, I cannot wait for it. And speaking of, your live shows and Ryan being back in the band, how's the tour been going? I know you've been kicking off. You've got the new song out as well, which I'm kind of waiting for the next single to drop. Come on, guys, get to it.
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you all about it here. I got all the details, man.
Go.
I got all the details. Well, yeah, we'll start with Ryan. Again, with the roller coaster ride, with the Drowning Pool, we had a great run with Jason Moreno, great 3 records with him, and we just knew that was kind of coming to an end. A lot of things affected everyone after COVID. Some people were home for a long time or needed to be home. It's definitely been a life change perspective, I think, for a lot of musicians and bands. I think all of us had to like re-look at everything on planet Earth at the time. So, here we are, it's been Mike, Stevie, and myself, the OGs, rocking out. And we had, came to the kind of end of our time with Jason. And we started doing shows as a 3-piece. But we had a lot of big festivals coming up, most notably the one with Pantera. It was their first show in the States because they got back together and they're playing, they're playing overseas. And it was their first show back in the States. And, we're asked to play that with them. So, we asked Ryan to come back and do it. The idea was to have a couple of reunion shows. But the second Ryan walked in, man, it was just awesome. We always had a great writing relationship and a great friendship.
Yeah.
We didn't leave on any kind of bad note. We're going to take a break. You didn't know it was going to be a 13-year break. I heard 3 months or 13 years. I didn't get the memo. I guess it's 13 years, but we're here now, right?
Yeah, that's it.
And he's actually stays right here in my studio, man. And we just started writing music together again. Like we didn't skip a beat, man. And Revolution was the first one to come out of that. I'm leaving in the next few days to go record a couple of new songs, and then hopefully we'll have a new one out by March. And
wow.
I would love to play it live. Hopefully we can do that on this run, but I'm not sure it's going to be there yet. But we're going to record some new stuff. come on tour, do Australia, then put out a new song in March and keep it rolling. It's just been great. It's like like I said, we didn't skip a beat, man. Ryan's like friends and family, and it's awesome to write music together again.
Yeah,
And
no.
they're on the stage together, man. The stage show is like never before, dude.
Mate, and it shows, and even in the music video for Revolution, just the energy and everyone going and that Drowning Pool sound. Because as soon as you that little guitar riff you do, that is the most Drowning Pool thing. You could not listen to Drowning Pool for 15 years and you hear that, and you're like, oh shit, is this a new Drowning Pool song, man? I love that. It sounds like a new song, but you still have that Drowning Pool flavor. You know what I mean? At the end,
man, I appreciate that, dude. And all that stuff is unintentional, man. Like literally, like Ryan came here, we sat. I have I built like my house. I have like my foyer out here looks like Guitar Center. I have my guitars on the wall. I have my studio set up and amps here. My house. I want to be like, you come in here just feel inspired to write music. So I have this big gazebo in the backyard with all these plants and stuff, just all ready for making metal, right?
Yeah.
Gotta have some greenery,
yeah, of course.
to inspire the metal. So we sit out there, dude. I just start jamming on the riff, and Brian starts singing. It's like it just happened naturally, and it just has that foundation Drowning Pool sound to it. I had got a brand new wah pedal in the studio as I was recording, and I try not to be like a one-trick pony or anything like that. It's a great thing for me to express how I feel on music. And the wah pedal, I guess, is one of the signature tones of the Drowning Pool style, and it just came naturally fitting a song like that. So it has those flavors to it, but it came up just like that. It was the first thing with that energy, like you said, that we have reconnecting with Ryan and being the Drowning Pool that we are now. And it came across, dude. It comes across live when we play the new song, and I'm more excited. I mean, the new one that we're doing now, man. That's what I've been messing around with. Like I said, I'm packing the bags, and we're recording in a few more days. And the next song is even banging even more, man.
Oh, any chance of a live debut in Australia, or are we going to save it for the music video?
I want to so bad. I can see. I'm going to push it at the sound checks, if not the first show, maybe by the time we get to the end of it. But the song's there and together. I was at the rehearsal room earlier today with Mike, just getting one last jam on it before we go record it. We just honing in on our parts. And this weekend, man, we'll be in Vegas with Sean McGee recording a handful of songs and try to get something out by March is what we're shooting for.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, that's good to hear.
Crazy, man.
That is good to hear, because when I spoke to Ryan, he was saying the tour has been so kind of insane and busy that you're flying the producer kind of out to try and record while you're on the road. How was that whole experience? Because you've kind of gone from, you guys haven't released music in a little while now to, holy crap, we're back. Let's just run for it. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah,
it's been great. Again, like I was saying, with Ryan being back in the band, the phone's been ringing. I wouldn't say ringing off the hook. They've been calling. We've been doing a lot of shows, a lot of tours, and having the balance with Ryan, with Solon and us. And it's just finding the right time and place to have the time to record.
Yeah.
So us trying to, in the effort of getting the songs finished, we have a lot of ideas on the table. We brought Sean out on the last run we did, and we actually ended up in the front of the Whiskey. I stayed up all night long, just finishing up some stuff with Sean, just, getting everything down, the raw ideas, just getting like the foundation of what we want to do with the song, just finishing touches. And it was just a great experience to do that on the bus, to get off stage with that energy and that just, you just like, and just get right down and work on music. I feel like you captured, that from the show. So.
And that's an interesting part as well. You're talking about writing, getting off the bus, doing all this, because Drowning Pool has had a handful of singers over time. Like, I've got to say, there was a while there where it was like new album, new singer, and we all know
not that we wanted to. It's just
just life. But did your writing style ever change when you went from singer to singer? Like, did you have to kind of adjust how you wrote to kind of fit the next person's style a little bit?
The way that this situation has gone for us, man, thank you for asking. For Mike Lou, Stevie Bitton, and myself, we've been friends since high school and writing music. So even before we had Dave Williams, we were in there writing, what you hear is the Center record now. We had a lot of that written with us three before Dave came into the picture. And unfortunately, he passed away from cardiomyopathy. He had heart disease. And the same thing going into the Desensitized record. It was a tough time. We wanted to keep going on, I knew Dave wanted to keep us going. So we worked hard. We had a lot of songs written before we brought Jason Gong Jones into the fold. And again, that happened, that wasn't the right fit for us.
Yeah.
And going and working with Ryan, same situation. We've already started working on new material. So we've kind of, I guess, for the foundation of the sound of Drowning Pool, it definitely starts with us three. And as we've been, I say fortunate and unfortunate for the situations with singers that come in. It's been awesome I wouldn't say a challenge as much as it's just exciting to work with different vocalists and see what their range is. And so we take what we have, and you might curtail a little bit of stuff here to help showcase the singer that you're working with at the time. Like with Jason Moreno, he had definitely had a wide range of vocal range. So it influenced me to start, I like to write stuff and drop B or drop C. Yeah. But with Jason was like, I would write a song and do it in multiple keys and see which key fit best for his vocal to come across the strongest in the song. Yeah. So I've learned a lot in the situation. It's still Adrenaline Pool as the core, but yes, to answer your question, it changes a little bit, I guess, when you fine tune it to see what works best for the singer and their tone to come across, with Adrenaline Pool to get, the song out there to everybody. So, and with Ryan, I mean, it's, I know, man, Ryan's a powerhouse. So we know where his strong points is, which is fun because I write how I write. And I know if I just do maybe I do this note, man, that gives Ryan the room to just be like, Ryan McCombs. Yeah.
He definitely has that unique sound. It's like when you hear Ryan sing, it's Ryan singing.
Massive, dude.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be one of his kids getting yelled at for not eating all their peas. Sorry, Daddy. Wrong.
Oh, I love that. I love that. That's brilliant. Hey, coming back to these shows, and you mentioned COVID as well, and I'm curious, was there ever a point you thought maybe Drowning Pool's done? Maybe we've had our run with Drowning Pool. Maybe this is done.
Me personally, no. I mean, we've been hit with a lot of stuff, man. We've been hit with things. There's been stuff that's happened with us personally within the band that you read about that has destroyed other bands for smaller things than that. I mean, I feel like I have a very full life. I guess I should be appreciative of that I've had a lot of life experiences, way more than I ever thought I would have. And it's pretty wild, man. But I love music. I'm passionate about it. We are. And when we're on that stage together, there's nothing like that in the whole world. And having that connection with the fans. And I'm a fan of music. There's been a lot of songs from a lot of other artists and bands that have gotten me through certain situations. And to hear that about your own songs from fans, it's like, that connection there's nothing like that in the whole world. So we do it for the right reasons. It's tough. You got to fight the music business and all these things that tear you down and rip away from that passion. But you got to focus on what's real to you. And we love performing. We love playing. I love writing music.
And obviously the people still love you as well. I was looking at Spotify earlier, and I can't believe Bodies. You've crossed over 500 million streams on that song now. Like
it's so nuts. I don't know. I'm sure those guys. What are they? Are they the guys that make all the money? They're blowing rockets in space or whatever. What are these guys doing? I don't know what they do with the money from it, because not that it's all about the money. I love the fact that people listen to it so much and they enjoy and have fun with the songs. There's a lot of parodies of Bodies. I have fun with it myself. But there's so many streams and stuff like that. If it was back in the day I was selling cassette tapes or albums, man, I'd probably have 5 mansions on it every freaking continent. But that's my light slam to the business as is now. Yeah. But I appreciate everybody having fun with us with the song, because we're going to be rocking out there in your town. Come on to do it with us.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it live, because when you were here in 2022, I was too young to go to those concerts. When you were here last year in 2016, it was a time in my life I wasn't going to concerts, so I kind of missed out on the whole Drowning Pool experience, because, I remember Jet Li's The One hearing Drowning Pool for the first time. Man, that's how far back I go, right? Like, it's kind of like, it's crazy, and having that, and it really set the tone, and you guys being in soundtracks, and Bodies is everywhere. Like you said, the parodies. I think my favorite one is the bird in his little cage singing.
Oh yeah, JoJo, man, which was awesome. JoJo, I almost had a chance to meet JoJo, our old manager. That's not with us anymore. Messed that up completely. But JoJo used to live about an hour north of Dallas. Joe's moved out of the state now. But that bird, we almost hired that bird as a new singer. JoJo did such a great job. It'd be awesome, like a pirate. You like a pirate band. I see the future of Drowning Pool. It's like the Dread Pirate Roberts, and we're all wearing masks, and there's parrots singing Bodies on my shoulder. I'd go see the show.
I'd go see it. Like, people wouldn't go see that. You'd be like, I got to go see this, man. Like, you got to do it. You got to do it. Maybe it could be, if you ever had the opportunity, to shame it's past now, it would have been a great bonus track. Remember back in the day when bands, the last song would have 5 minutes of silence, and then it'd scare the shit out of you because a secret track would come in. Yeah.
Oh, just the you know what? I'm going to do that.
Yeah, you should, because no band does that anymore. I guess because if you went on Spotify and go, why is this song 22 minutes long and it finished 15 minutes ago? So I think it's it's a bit harder to hide it, but yeah, it's well,
we used to listen to just have stuff playing all the time, and then it would sneak up on you. I mean, late at night. I mean, for me, like Tool's playing, they can sneak up on you at any time. It's just Tool, right? Just
Yeah, yeah. I don't remember Korn, I think, almost had one on every second album as well. And I forget I even had the CD player on, and that would just come on and it just, yeah, nearly have a heart attack. So yeah, that's great. And speaking of bodies, man, I got to ask. I know a lot of artists have come out in the past and say, "Oh, I don't like my hit." Was there ever a point you were like, "Man, I'm sick of playing bodies," or has it always just been like, "Nah, this is a kick-ass
No,
song"?
dude. I trip out on people who say that. I mean, we have a lot of songs, and if you're a fan of the band, you know what songs. I mean, I'm just me personally. There's album tracks, some other bands that you just gravitate towards more. It's just that's the one song that we put out per record or this and that. That just it's not your favorite or this or that. But Bodies, I mean, dude, I can't wait to play it every night. Yeah. Like everybody goes ape shit nuts, and it always trips me out when a band gets weird about like, well, that's your most known song, but that's your song. You wrote it. Like, don't you enjoy what you did there?
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what happens every night. Whether it's 2 people or 20,000 people, man, everybody's going nuts.
And it's going to be crazy now that you're playing Bodies. And you come back to Australia. Like I said, it's been 9 years since your last year. There are going to be guys and girls in that crowd who are bringing their kids to this show, and they're going to experience it for the first time. How much of a wild ride is that, man? Like, you were the angry kids up there playing these shows, and now you see those same fans come back with their kids. That's got to be bizarre.
Dude, I got to tell you how this happened for me. So when COVID started, I think that's the threshold for, Bodies came out with 2000, 2001. And, I have that situation now where I have our fans come out and their kids come out. My son's 25 years old, so I get it. So I have like 21, 22-year-old, 23-year-old, young adults at the bar. Hey, man, let me buy you a shot. Great. Because we didn't do a lot for a good 5 or 6 years because COVID and just getting back to where we're at with Ryan. Yeah. So here I am now, and I'm like, having a shot with, 22, 23-year-old. And they go, the first time I heard Bodies? I'm like, when? They go, I was sitting in my car seat and I learned how to count to 4. What? And now you're buying me a shot. So it's wild to reach that threshold. I have no concept of time anyway. So today is just, every day is the same day for me. Yeah. So I enjoy life just like, I just got here. But it's wild to see and to know that it's gone that long when you sit down and think about it and do math. I try not to do too much of that.
It's one of those things too, man. I think this style of music and the heavy metal and the hard rock, it's not a trend. It's kind of a lifestyle. If you get in the metal, it's not like, oh, in 2012 I was really into Slipknot.
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. It's a choice. We've got the look, we've got the big beards. We've got the long hair. Except up here, it's getting a bit more that way.
Yeah.
It's getting away, but it is a thing, and it's a look, and you can walk down the street and go, yeah, I bet that guy, we probably like.
It's a connection music. Too. It's a community, man. Like, and I'm just gonna say right here, like rock shows and rock bands. I love all kind of music. I grew up in New Orleans, jazz and blues, and I there's a whole EDM movement, and I engross myself in that, and I see what the influence on that, like all styles, man. And I respect that, and I've been to variety of shows, dude. And there's just something about the metal show that has a connection. Like we can all talk to each other. We all relate on a certain plane. I think maybe the themes are just, maybe just the, the lyrical content of metal is just like, it seems like it just brings us together, man. There's nothing like a metal show. It's like, I call it the heavy metal workout sometimes because you're just in the pit going crazy, just sweating out, getting all out. And they were all hugging and laughing and having shots after the show, having a great time.
That's it, man. And it's a weird thing. The concept of a circle pit to someone who doesn't know metal and seeing, oh, you all run into each other and push each other over.
They think we're crazy nuts.
Yeah. It's one of those things. But the second someone goes down, you're almost grabbed and getting pulled back up to your feet before you even hit.
No. No, you let the bodies hit the floor. You listen to Drowning Pool. You don't pick them up. No, I'm just kidding. No, pick them up. Yes, pick them up.
Well, I hope you saved that song for last. Please don't open with it then.
No. It's a joke. It's like, no, you let those bodies hit the floor.
Yeah, we let the bodies hit the floor.
I got 4-year-olds. I'm trying to explain to them how this works.
Well, mate, it's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you. But I do have a question. Besides Bodies, because we all know Bodies, we all love Bodies. What's 2 of your other favorite songs to play live? What gets your blood pumping, and you like seeing the crowd?
Yeah, I'm not saying it for shameless promotion. It's just the fact that we connected with Ryan, and a song like Revolution is kind of like, it's relatable. It's in a warehouse. It's the foundation of us, and it's like showing you what's going to be happening next with Ryan again. That, and the fact that the connection instantly with the fans, it's been a really great song to play. It's like, it's new, so you don't know how people going to take it, but right when we go into it, everybody's locked in and we're having a great time. It has the same kind of vibe and intensity as Bodies. Tearaway is always great because for that song, it has changed. The meaning of the song has changed for me personally, even though we wrote the song and we've been playing it for 25 years. with certain events and things that's happened to me, the song itself that we played, that we wrote, means something different to me. I never knew this was going to happen, how a song would transition, how it affects me and how it helps me. Yeah. So that's always wild to see. And I love to hear the stories, because it's done some pretty deep, meaningful stuff for fans and help them get through whatever they had going on in their life. That's always fun. I mean, Sinner's great, dude. Just playing the song Sinner. Oh God, 37 Stitches is always fun too. I love 37 Stitches. It's a slower singing one, but it's fun. We sing a lot more now, just as a band as a whole. And with Ryan being back in here, it's fun to explore, like doing. I mean, still metal, but like Seven Dust and stuff like that. Those dudes have like great harmonies within metal, and it's awesome that we have evolved to where we all sing a lot more, and it just comes across a lot stronger than it did on the record. So. Yeah.
And that's the beautiful thing too. You want that to come across live. There's nothing worse than a band that kind of relies too heavily on the record. Oh my God,
yeah. Woo, you gotta say, I heard the record and that's not what you sold me. I'm not dogging anybody, man. No, I'm just saying we plug and play, dude. Like, we're not and I've been talking about this lately too. A lot of stuff is based on programs and shows and tracks and all to each his own, and that is your show, and that's your art, and that's what you're doing. But I'm not saying better or worse or this or that. I'm just saying we're a plug and play band, man. I take my guitar, I plug it into my amp. That's tube amp, and we play rock and roll. And the only thing I got to worry about is my head blows up. I have a backup head, and I plug into that one. Show is happening. I like it when shit goes wrong anyway, because then it's like, what are we gonna do here? I'll just start playing a cover song and see what happens. Just act like it's part of the show, man. Just keep it going. It's all part of the show.
Sometimes that makes it for memories. I remember seeing Devil Driver back in the day, and just one of the feedback monitors just went boom up in flame. And I remember even they were on stage in the middle of the song, and they're kind of side eyeing it, going, "What the hell is going on there?" And I'm sitting there going, "Wait." Des is like, he's like, "Oh, okay, that just happened 2 songs in. All right, let's go."
It's wild, man.
Yeah.
That happens on stage.
It's good stuff, and it's got to happen in Australia now. It's a million degrees down here, but we're looking forward to having you here, man. It's you guys, Alien Ant Farm. It's kind of like, almost feels like a reunion tour. Like it really is, because you guys haven't been down here in so long. The shows have sold extremely well. There are a couple of tickets left, and I will leave the link down below if you want to grab some, mate. Yeah. I cannot wait for it. Is there anything you want to say to the fans before I let you go today?
Oh, you want to come out to the show if you haven't seen it. And the thing, we've been friends with Alien Ant Farm since like day one. We were recording our first records together. We were hanging out in LA at the same time. That's when we met each other before either one of us either put our records out, man. So I've known them for so long. So to catch up with them and at this stage of the game, which is fun, I'm a jokester a little bit, and I'll definitely be on stage probably messing with them a little bit, and they might come mess with us during the show. So you're going to see stuff that's going to happen during the sets nightly that's different that you would normally see on tours, because it's fun when you do like a friends and family show, like I'm saying. Yeah. It's gonna be epic, man.
I can awesome. Wait.
All your friends are doing it. You should do it.
Yeah. No. You can come, and if you want to come, I'll be at the Sydney show, fellas. So I cannot wait for it. I'm very, very excited. But CJ, it's been an absolute pleasure, man. You have a great day, and I can't wait to see you in just a couple of weeks.
Yeah, brother. Okay, come up, say hi, man. Come up and sing bodies.
I will, sure.
Cheers, if you know how to count to 4, you come on up and sing.
I think I can manage it. Manage it. Yeah.
Stop here.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, shit. What's it? Yeah.
Sometimes I count to 5. I don't know why I say 5 when I know we're supposed to say 1 again. But...
It happens in old age, man. It happens to all of us.
It must be the concussion.
Anyway. They'll do it. Anyway, cheers, brother. It's been awesome. Cannot wait. Thank you.
Thank you so much, man.
Dude. Bye.
See you soon.